Welcome to this video from Revision World on how to use past papers to get the best grades in your GCSE and A-level exams. Practicing using past papers is essential to help you prepare for your exams, and the information in this video is relevant to all exams and across all exam boards. We get asked all the time for our advice, so here are our top 10 tips to help you succeed. Tip 1. Know which papers you are sitting. To start with, you should ensure you know which exam board and which specification you are studying, as well as which paper you will be sitting. This is particularly important for GCSEs, where you might be sitting the higher tier or the foundation tier. Also, some exam boards have more than one specification per subject, such as Geography A or Geography B. If you don't know which board or specification you are studying, ask your teacher. This will give you a starting point as to which past papers you should focus on first. Tip 2. Find the past papers. Where can you find the past exam papers you are looking for? Well, Revision World is the best place to find all the recent available past papers from AQA, Edexcel, OCR, EQUAS, WJEC, CCEA and CIE. And I've put a link to where you can find all the GCSE and A-level past papers in the description of this video. The most recent past paper may not always be available, as this is often held back by the exam board for use in mock exams, so it's only available to your teachers. In some cases, there may not be too many examples of past papers available, as exam boards regularly make changes to the syllabuses and content. So it's extremely important to use past papers wisely and only attend them when we have the time to cut out all the other distractions. And this leads us to tip 3. Find a quiet place and cut out distractions. So what do I mean when I say you should cut out other distractions? First of all, switch off your phone. TikTok and Instagram and Netflix will still be there for you once you've finished. Tell your parents not to disturb you, and if you have space in your home, banish your siblings to another room, particularly the younger ones. Tip 4. Print out your past papers. Once you've got hold of your past paper, it's a good idea to print it out, as having a physical copy allows you to practice in real exam conditions with your pens, calculators, rulers and other exam equipment. This will help you prepare for your exam properly. Tip 5. Set aside the correct time to complete the paper. On the front of each exam past paper, it sets out the time you have to complete the exam, so make sure you have that time available. To get the most out of the paper, you really should make sure you complete it in one go, as the time management is a vital part of exam success. And I'll talk more about exam time management later in this video. It might be worth creating a revision timetable to set aside specific time to complete the paper. I've put a link in the description to Revision World's timetable maker to help you with this. Tip 6. Don't cheat. There may be questions in the paper that you struggle with. However tempting it is, do not cheat. Do not look at your notes to help you answer a question. Give it your best shot as if you were in a real exam environment, as you never know, you may still be able to pick up some marks. This will also help you cope when you get to a stressful exam situation. Tip 7. Time management is crucial. Take a look at the number of marks available per question and allocate the amount of time accordingly. For example, a 1-mark question may only need a minute, and a 6-mark question may take 6 minutes. If you are stuck on a question, move on, because you can always come back to it later on. Tip 8. Practice with papers from other exam boards. In England, Ofqual regulate all GCSE and A-level exams, so most of the content will be similar or even almost identical regardless of the exam board. So if you run out of past papers from your own board, try a paper from another exam board. Don't worry, Revision World have got you covered, as we hold papers from all the main exam boards, and as mentioned, there is a link in the description as to where you can find these. In England, the 4 main exam boards are AQA, Pearson Edexcel, OCR, EQUAS, and it's also worth your while looking at the Welsh board WJEC and the Northern Irish board CCEA, as well as the international boards including CIE. Tip 9. Use the mark scheme to mark your answers. Alongside the past papers, you will find all the mark schemes on Revision World. Bear in mind the mark schemes have been written for examiners, so you may find them slightly complicated, so it's worth having a really good look through them before you start to mark your own work. Also, have a good read of the language they use, as this gives you some tips on what sort of language and key words you should be using in your written exam paper. It's a good idea to make notes on your written paper as you mark them, as the mark schemes may show you a different way of working out and presenting your answers. Tip 10. Mark yourself critically. When marking your own paper, it is essential to mark yourself critically so you don't get too complacent about your progress. This is particularly important in the higher mark questions. If you're in doubt, give yourself a lower score. Remember, you are using past papers to improve your performance, not to prove that you're already exam perfect. Once you have your mark, take a look at the grade boundaries. These alter every year and determine how many marks you need to achieve each grade. Don't forget to check out other videos on Revision World TV on our YouTube channel, and remember to like and subscribe. And if you haven't already done so, create a revision timetable on Revision World.